Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Welcome to the second day of solving your questions because we had a request and we can see the informal question round goes longer and longer. So we decided that once in a 2 months or 3 months, we'll have a separate question answer sessions for you. Yesterday, we had many questions on different topics based on our day to day living, how we can help others, how to manage yourself. And there are many questions today also. Although we have questions which we received through email or through WhatsApps um, in previous week, I think. But even then, those who are participants right now present in session, we welcome your questions in chat box and we will love to answer your questions before we answer those questions we received in email. So feel free to write down your questions. Basically, I will come to this slide after some time. Before we start with questions, actually, there is one important thing, which I believe very strongly, a question asking phenomena. Sometimes we in ourself we have kept one thought in our mind that asking a question may not be good all the time. Don't ask question. It is somewhere offending or defending others. Basically, I strongly believe a right question at right time actually gives a right direction to your conversation or help the other person or even yourself to go to shape your journey ahead. So asking question is never wrong, but the thing is your question is coming from the core of curiosity, your question is coming from the core of learning, or your question is coming from the core of ego and offending others. So don't go to the core of ego or offending others, but use the core of curiosity, learning, and then ask questions, not here, but always anywhere. Ask questions. You know, when we were young, when we were like small kids, and that time we were absolutely blank, nothing, zero. ABCD भी नहीं आता था उस समय. And then the only one thing we had in our hand, questions. And we took this as our power inside. Nowadays, also, you will find children asking questions all the time. And that is why they grow. They grow very well. They keep growing and growing and growing. They are not coming from the core of ego. They are coming from the core of learning. And that is why the highest growth we can visibly actually see in our children. But what happens to us? Why we are not able to grow much? Why there is a stagnancy in life? Because we refrain ourselves to ask good questions. So try to make good questions, ask right questions at right time without defending others, without offending them. And then you will find all the relations, there is a growth in life all the time. So let's start questions for today. And one question I left yesterday, let's start the same question for today. Question number 7 here, we actually left yesterday. We tend to overcome big problems in life, but tend to get trapped in small issues. Why does that happen? I think this happened with all of us. We are able to solve big problems, but usually we get trapped in small problems, small tits and bits of life problems, why this happens, and how to solve it. Why this happens, if you just want to know why this happens, there is a very, I think I have told you already, but still I'll revise. There is a story. I love to share this story. This is a story created by me only. So let's let's listen to this story. The story is one passes by, one passenger is crossing through the road, and he was hungry. He find a roadside dhaba, and he went to the dhaba, and he asked for something to eat. And shopkeeper said there are idlis, warm idlis prepared there. So this passengers said, okay, fine. How much it cost? So this shopkeeper said, each idli cost 5 rupees. Passenger said, yes, fine, no problem. I'll have it. But I'll pay only after my stomach is full. He said, yes, why not? So passenger started eating idlis. So he started eating idli. One, two, three, four. Four idlis gone inside. But there is no much difference in his hunger. So it is almost like I haven't eaten anything. So then he started eating more, and he had fifth or sixth idli. And after six idlis, he started feeling okay, something there inside the stomach. But still, I'm still hungry. So then this passenger goes for seventh idli, and he was feeling good, but still there is a small place in stomach. So he eat eight idli. He eats eighth idli, and after eighth idli, he feels very full, completely full, stomach very content, nice. So it is almost like his lunch is done. He went to the shopkeeper and he pays rupees 5 to shopkeeper. Actually, he should pay rupees how much? 40. So he has to pay 40 rupees because he has taken 8 idlis, but he's paying only 5 rupees. Shopkeeper was actually very surprised and he wanted to know, why are you paying 5 rupees only? Passenger was very clear. He said, only 8th idli was able to fill my stomach. So I'll pay for the 8th idli, and rest all your idlis are waste. Shopkeeper was even smarter and he said, yes, no problem. Keep that 8th idli with you, and give me back all those seven idlis which are not useful to you. So this is a joke, but this story is very much related to our life. It so happened, the problem of that why we are able to come out of big problems and we get stuck in small problems. The problems are these idlis only. Take your stomach as your mind and your idlis as one challenge, tension making factors, challenges. Like every stomach has a capacity to eat. In the same way, every mind, every brain has a capacity to uh, tolerate some level of stress or to face challenges with a stable mindset. So that is the capacity. Now, all the idlis are tension making factors or challenges in life. So, what happens when I am empty stomach, when my mindset is all free? So, then I start facing one, two, three, four challenges. No, now, no matter how big that idli is or how small it is. But what happened? It is between one to four. So, these challenges will be taken care very easily. We never come to feel that okay, this is a big problem. We never feel about, but there is a piling, there is accumulation of idlis started inside. Then comes fifth and sixth idlis, small or big other challenges in life. Actually, you start feeling problem in your life when you have already accumulated six idlis inside your mind. You have started feeling that irritation, that feeling of trouble. Oh, I am feeling there is something wrong in my life, I should do something for me. Remember, this is not the beginning. You have already crossed half or more than half, almost 70 to 75%. Like coronavirus, it has an incubation period, and then after that only it will give symptoms. So till that sixth idli, you were asymptomatic patient of tension, asymptomatic patient of those challenges. You were not able to recognize you are facing challenges. After sixth idli, you once you come to know that you are in tension, you are facing challenges, then you try to accumulate your powers, you try to learn some good skills to fight with your challenges, to reset your life again. In between, somehow the whole environment is ready to give you more idlis, and environment gives you seventh idli, and you feel like, okay, I'm in trouble, but it's fine. You are still fighting, your battle is still on, and somehow you collide with eighth idli. And as soon as you are facing that eighth idli, the last challenge, no matter how big or small it is, maybe it is a small challenge in your life, but what will happen? Payment is done after eighth idli. So you will burst. You will start feeling trapped. You will start feeling you lose your patience. You lose your confidence. You give up that moment. So this is not the matter of big challenges or small challenges. It is a matter of piling up challenges inside you. The solution is, don't pile these challenges. The question was why it happens so. The answer is because you pile inside, because you accumulate problems inside your head. Once you cross with a problem, try to forget it. And how will you forget that problem unless and until you have not received learning from that problem? Problem will not be forgotten. The time till you remember the grudge of that problem, although the problem is solved now, but still, if you are carrying the grudge inside, the guilt inside, you are carrying that problem itself. Once you have taken a learning, you give freedom to your mind, because our mind is very much trained for profit and loss. So our mind is working to, like in our house also, we try to accumulate things, all the things, to take maximum benefit of things. I'll keep this I'll keep an old thing to in us ask I try to keep an old thing in our bag, just to see that, okay, I will use it sometime. Mm. And this sometime never comes, but we keep it in a illusion that I will make maximum use of it. Profit. So our mind is very much tuned to get profit out of things. Unless and until you will not take a profit out of every incident in your life, your your mind will not allow it to let go, to forget. So, if you really want to forget something, allow your mind to receive learning out of it, and train your mind to think, this is the profit what I had to take from this problem, and allow the problem to let go. So, the problem is, at least we keep piling it. And if I want to get rid of this problem, not getting stuck in small or big problems time to time, every day, every day, we declutter our mind inside. Do it in night time, do it in afternoon time, do it in morning time, but declutter yourself every day. Remove your waste thoughts, get clean, let go of things, throwing things in non-important folders, making a space here inside, allowing newness to come in. So so that is why it is good to keep yourself free from these thoughts time to time. S- So that is why I am saying, not allowed to pile all these challenges in your life, in your mind, time to time. So that for that reason, cleaning yourself, meditation helps a lot in this. Yes, next question, please. Is silence an answer to any situation? Of course not. If we are silent, we are considered as cowards at times. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Well, if this question is asked, I need to say first to understand what is silence. Silence is not just keeping ourselves quiet. Just shut your mouth and you are silent. Basically, no. Silence is a whole package. Silence is stability, emotional stability, mental stability. Silence is something analysis going on inside. Silence is the time before you take a decision. Silence is like gathering your energies in before you have to come to the battlefield. So that is silence. If the one who asked this question, if you think silence means keeping quiet, not speaking, this is answer for anything is happening, just don't speak anything. Basically, this is not silence. Basically, this is not silence. If being a spiritual Raj Yoga meditation teacher, if you ask me this question, okay, is silence answer for and everything? Basically, yes. But if you do not understand what is silence, if you are talking about, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. If you are talking about just like, if you're talking about keeping your mouth shut, this is not silence and this is not solution for everything. Uh, if you ask me, I will say communication is solution for everything, not silence is solution. Means not talking is not solution for everything. But silence, peace is solution for everything. But what is peace? Now the question has got two aspects. One aspect, your perspective with what you ask me, and that perspective, as far as I understand, you are asking me about keeping quiet. If I keep my mouth shut, this is answer for everything. No, communication is best answer for everything. It's good to have a strong thoughtful, good wishes based communication, and then you will have solution to problem. One is my perspective, that is silence solution for everything? Yes. In that scenario, what is that silence? Silence is gaining your power inside. Silence is analyzing the situation. Silence is giving myself that time to not to crowd myself and just try to understand the demand of the situation. Silence is power to discriminate, discern. Silence is the power to decide. Silence is to gain God's energy in me and then come into the work. So in my aspect, if you ask from my perspective, silence is answer for everything. Yes, but use that silence in my way, what I am saying. So thank you. Next question, please. Okay, question number 10. Is there any difference between religion and spirituality? Are they same? No, they are not same. Religion and spirituality have lot of difference. Well, religion is based on some disciplines. This question I think I should answer in Hindi. हिंदी में मैं इसको ज़्यादा अच्छे से समझा सकती हूँ. Still I will try to translate in English. धर्म और आध्यात्मिकता. धर्म माना रिलीजन और आध्यात्मिकता मीन्स स्पिरिचुअलिटी. धर्म और आध्यात्मिकता में बहुत डिफरेंस है. धर्म का अर्थ होता है धारणा, द डिसिप्लिन्स ऑफ योर लाइफ. सो धर्म जब धर्म एक कंडक्ट है कि ये करना है, और धीरे धीरे करके धर्म हमारी आइडेंटिफिकेशन बन गया है। आइडेंटिफिकेशन टू डिवाइड पीपल इन अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर धारणा। अब उनकी धारणाओं के अनुसार लोगों को स्मॉल स्मॉल ग्रुप्स में डिवाइड करना इजी एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के लिए ये किया गया था सम 1000 years बैक। लेकिन क्या हुआ कि ये धारणा, धर्म, धर्म का पेरेंट कॉन्सेप्ट है स्पिरिचुअलिज्म, आध्यात्मिकता। आध्यात्मिकता किसी फिजिकल डिसिप्लिन पे डिपेंड नहीं करती है। आध्यात्मिकता बिग कॉन्सेप्ट्स है, those concepts which are not related with your physical body, basically those concepts which are related with your eternity, the soul, connectivity of soul to the body, birth and rebirth, connectivity of soul to the divine. Then soul with this body, different type of karma, effect of karma, and then subsequently in the effect, according to the effect of karma, pain and sorrow, and happiness, pain and sorrow. So this is the spirituality. अब इस स्पिरिचुअलिटी में आपको कहीं पर भी हिंदुइज्म, मुस्लिम, इस्लामिज्म, क्रिश्चियनिज्म में कोई कॉन्फ्लिक्ट आपको मिलेगा? कभी नहीं मिलेगा, because this is a relation between being and the supreme being. All the religions same. It is the relation between karma, your good deeds and bad deeds. हर धर्म में ये बात होती है. It is the study between soul to the body and to further to the nature. So ये तो हर धर्म में बात होती है. So basically धर्म, spirituality के concepts को ग्राउंड लेवल पर प्रैक्टिकली जो व्यक्ति बहुत कुछ नहीं समझ सकता है, तो उसको ग्राउंड लेवल पे थोड़े डिसिप्लिन्स बना करके एग्जीक्यूट करने के लिए धर्म बनाया गया था। बट स्लोली धर्म वाज द मीन्स दोज डिसिप्लिन्स आर टेकन ओवर बाय ब्लाइंड फेथ, and that is why dharma went to blind faiths, and इसीलिए झगड़े शुरू हो गए। Basically dharma is very powerful thing, religion is very powerful thing, religious maps होते हैं वर्ल्ड के, religion is big powerful thing, लेकिन उसमें पावर ये थी कि लाइफ को सेटल्ड और डिसिप्लिन्ड रखा जाए, ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रखा जाए। लेकिन धीरे धीरे व्हेन डिसिप्लिन्स बिकम blind faiths, those disciplines lose their energies and life और ड्रैग हो गई और बहुत डिपेंडेंट हो गई। लाइफ जैसे क्या बताऊं, उल्टे कर्म में चली गई, चीटिंग बेस्ड हो गई। सो इसीलिए प्रॉब्लम आ गई। स्पिरिचुअलिटी इज द बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स ऑफ इटर्निटी, द एनर्जी एंड मैटर रिलेशनशिप, द एनर्जी एंड सुप्रीम एनर्जी रिलेशनशिप. So every religion contain spiritual concepts. Spirituality will have concepts of all the religions. Both are connected with each other, but though both are separate entities. One religious person can be a spiritual person. One religious person is 100% a spiritual person somewhere. But one spiritual person may be a religious person, may not be a religious person. क्योंकि वो स्पिरिचुअलिटी में है तो जरूरी नहीं है कि वो किसी रिलीजन से सपोर्ट करेगा या नहीं करेगा। स्पिरिचुअलिटी is itself a full concept. Religion taking one concept or 10 concepts from spirituality, making a discipline and going to in one direction of religious faiths. I think this is enough to understand at this level, not to go more deep in that. Thank you. Next question. Is it good always to forgive a person for their mistake, as they would make it a habit? if not corrected? Well, here there are two questions itself. Is it good to forgive person always? And if they are not corrected, they are two separate questions. Do you think forgiving and not correcting are same thing? Actually not. If you are not correcting somebody, does that mean you are not forgiving somebody? It's not. So forgive the person. Is it good to forgive the person all the time? I will say yes. Yes, it's important. It's not just good. It is very important to forgive person all the time. Because if you, unless and until you will not forgive the person, you will not forget that thing. If you will not forget, you will carry the pain of not forgiving. But the second question is if they will not, if will make a habit and not getting it corrected. So correct them. Who is saying not to correct? Forgive and correct. Forgiving somebody and correcting somebody, not leaving like that. What we do not forgive and we try to correct. This method is non-workable. One of our daily discourse, I do remember that. And this is discourse from 2006. And there is a direct heading of that. We call it Murli. That शिक्षा के साथ क्षमा दो तो आपका घर आश्रम बन जाएगा. शिक्षा के साथ क्षमा दो. If you have to correct somebody, correct, forgive and correct, then you will succeed. If you will just correct, you will not succeed. Correction will not be taken from the other party. If you will just forgive, you'll not succeed because they will not get corrected. They'll do it again and you will get the pain again. So, forgiving and correction comes together. And that is the right method to go ahead. Forgive the person, accept the person, and then correct the person. And then you will find that there is a good energy traveling between those that relation. Next question, please. How to get over the guilt associated with certain life incidents about which we can't share with anyone and internally it keeps pricking us. Well, now here there are a few things like maybe it's my mistake. Maybe I commit one mistake. Or maybe like sometime by luckily, unluckily, it happened. So we carry a guilt inside about it. We are not able to share with people. So there are a few things that if you are carrying guilt is bad, but having a realization is good. Guilt is a bad word, but if you realize that it was your mistake and you created problem to others or you are going against moral values, you you actually cheated somebody or you are uh, you break laws somewhere, no problem, some nobody knows about it but you know about it, and that is why you are feeling that problem. So instead of keeping that guilt, number one, go for realization. I realized that. I realized that I am wrong. Guilt is carrying that bad energy with you. Realization is carrying uh, that good energy of not with a promise not doing it again and saving yourself from that bad energy or pain. You know, guilt will make you go deplete of your good energies. So realize that it was wrong and then promise yourself not to repeat it. But again, at the same time, sharing is important. It's very difficult. If you will not share, how will you forget? Because the same idli story goes on. You carry that guilt and you keep piling those idlis inside. And no matter how hard you do, if you have piled idlis inside, you will not forget it. Never, ever. So you have to let it go. And the easiest method is to share. Now, here comes I cannot share with anybody. It's fine. So, there is one method which is used in Brahma Kumaris many a times, letter to God. We write a letter to God, but in our ashram, in our headquarters, in our big ashrams, there is a big box, letter to God. So what we do, we write our letter to God. Anything which I carry inside, I'm not able to share with somebody. I want to ask forgiveness for that, but I'm not able to share. How can I ask for the forgiveness? How can I repent over that? So all my repentance, all my pashyatap, everything I write in that letter, and we drop inside that box, and I really don't know what happened with that box, but as far as I know, nobody reads it. So this is one method we use, and I will always suggest this method, that write a letter to God. And if you are not able to go anywhere and drop it somewhere, write a letter, keep it inside, keep it in front of you. Remember God, open your heart in front of God, give all your feelings in that letter. And after that, you can tear it out and throw it away. So this help to share. Once you start writing, you will realize there are number of things which you were not realizing, but you were carrying all the time. So it's good to write it down and get away from that. Uh, Carrying that guilt, sometimes, the best method is to share with somebody. Best method is to share with someone. Actually, any of seniors, like we people, sometimes if we carry big guilt inside, we go to our very super seniors and then we sit with them and we actually share our guilt with them, so that they can actually answer those things. Sometimes they don't answer, they just say, okay, forget it, it has gone, just forget it. They accommodate those things, sama lete hain, they just keep it inside and they make us free from that. If you have such a person in your life, if you want sisters to be such a person in your life, sisters will always help you in those things, to come up with your guilt. And because I think most of the places people are there to help you, like in churches, so father help you. But if you have somebody in your life where you can share, sharing helps to forget it. If not, then write a letter to God and then tear it away. But tear it after a good meditation, wholehearted realization. You will find you are able to forget that problem. So I hope this will work. Try this, and if it is not working, write us again. Okay, next question is, okay, this question is, vegetarian food is better or non-vegetarian? Why we should eat vegetarian? How can we stop eating non-vegetarian food? Well, there are three questions. Please come back to the slide. There are three questions here. Vegetarian food is better or non-vegetarian? In what terms? In terms of nutrition, in terms of flavor, in terms of vibration? I can answer basically in terms of vibration. Vegetarian food is better or non-vegetarian food is better, because as per spiritual concept, because as per nutritional value, you go to a nutritionist and ask, and as for taste, you can say I cannot. And as per vibration level, energies, I can talk about. Vegetarian food is better or non-vegetarian? In terms of vibration, always vegetarian food is better rather than non-vegetarian, because non-vegetarian is coming from a type of, death or a killing somewhere. And the simplest example, why should we eat vegetarian and how to stop eating non-veg? Thank you. So the simplest example is, if you have a leisure time, if you have a time, extra time, 1 day or 2 day, you are very free, and one of your good friend visits you, and he or she also have good enough time to just roam around, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go to pass your time, to just sit with your friend and enjoy that time? There are many places you would like to go, like cinema, like garden, like shopping. Any of you would like to go to a mortuary, a graveyard, smashan, burial ground? Would you like to go? Would you like to go over there? No, na? No, we will not go over there. Why? Because there is a environment, a vibration where it looks like a very painful or very scary environment. Because the time when an animal dies, it has a brain. Here, the brother is asking another question. If we are eating leafy vegetable, we are killing it. Do you think it has a brain to think? Animals have emotions and brains to think, to generate vibrations. Animals do not have a capacity to regenerate themselves. Even if you are cutting a leafy vegetable or you are taking a fruit from a tree, it will be regenerated again. And there is a no pain out of it. There is no bad vibration. You can, I need not to say about this. You can check it by yourself. Go and sit in front of a tree and take a fruit, take fruit every day from that tree. Will you feel any bad energy or bad environment around that tree? No. And try to kill one animal by your hand. Maybe like a fish, a cock, anything, a chicken. Try to kill it. Try to kill one cockroach. Try to kill any one thing. You will feel that feeling inside. The feeling of killing inside. Agree. Thank you. So that vibration generate the vibration of fear in world, and the vibrational level, that non-vegetarian food contain a negative vibration inside. And the number of time you dump this food inside your body, number of time you are making your body more or less a graveyard. And that is why we start getting fear of many things which were not there earlier in our life. Fear of darkness, fear of being alone, fear of losing somebody, fear of something happen, because in we are intaking these bad vibrations directly inside. Well, because I am from biology background, I can tell you small things at atmosphere level also. In ecology means this interdependency of flora and fauna on each other. In ecology, uh, vegetarian and non-vegetarian, basically there is no word called vegetarian, non-vegetarian in ecology. This words, we human beings prepared this word. There are two words in ecology: herbivorous and carnivorous. Herbivorous, to whom those the prakriti, mother nature, has created these animals or these things to eat plants and plant generated material. And carnivorous are those animals or those plants. There are some carnivorous plants also. So there are those living organisms which are created biologically to eat any other animal. So these are two creations by Mother Nature biologically. You will surprised to know human being was created to eat vegetarian. Human being falls under herbivorous. But we smart beings, we created another term which is called omnivorous. And we put ourselves, human being, in omnivorous, that we can eat anything. So this is creating imbalance in world. If you go to the ecological pyramid, you will find 100 kgs of vegetables or 100 kgs of vegetarian food, grass, 100 kg of grass will prepare 10 kg of flesh, goat or chicken or anything, 10 kgs only. And when this 10 kg is taken by a super carnivorous like human being or like lion or somebody, so then 10 kg of this meat at second level will create only 1 kg of meat in their body. And if you are eating even a carnivorous organism, a super carnivorous organism, then again you are getting only zero point 0.1 kg of flesh in your body out of this. So if you are eating plants, 100 kgs are creating 10 kgs are of flesh. But if you are eating a super carnivorous, 100 kgs of plant and you are getting 100 grams of flesh, you are making ecological imbalance. You are making an ecological imbalance. What is the next question in this? Why do we eat vegetarian? Is it so? Why should we eat vegetarian? Now, this is clear. Why should we eat vegetarian? Basically, thank you. We need to eat vegetarian to keep my ecological balance correct, to keep my vibrations correct. And if you want to meditate, vegetarian food is almost a must for a yogi. It is eat vegetarian to make your life feel guilt free, to eat vegetarian basically nowadays I will say to keep yourself healthy. And now at this moment, at this correct present time of corona pandemic, we are very much seeing the effect of being vegetarian. We are very much seeing the effect of being vegetarian. In Bharat, vegetarian is not a hard concept. Almost even a non vegetarian person is vegetarian 5 days a week or 3 days a week or at least two times in a day. So in Bharat, everything is not non vegetarian. And that is why you can see the immunity level of Indians, how it is growing and how it is fighting with the disease. It is better than much developed countries. So this is your inner power actually. So I will suggest, and the last question was how to stop eating non-vegetarian. Now this is your choice. This is one decision away from you. Look, the day you got to know you are suffering from diabetes, the day you decided to go on a walk, leave sugar, not to eat rice. You decided so much to leave rice and you don't eat it. It is one decision away. Once you understood inside the problems, the pros and cons of actual this eating vegetarian and non-vegetarian, you will find that you will decide and you can do it. And we are lucky enough that we are in Bharat. We have plenty of things available vegetarian in our stores. People really, those who are from Brahma Kumaris, we are strict vegetarians. And our brothers and sisters, those who are in African countries, they struggle hard. They struggle hard to find few vegetarian things in their stores. And here in Bharat, almost 90% of our products are vegetarian. So we are living in that plenty. So why we should go in that scare the thing which is lessly available, more costly, making ecological imbalance, and actually of all troubling you inside. So don't do that. It is how to stop eating non-veg. It is your decision. It's your decision. It will take only 1 day to leave, only 1 minute to decide and leave. So it's on you. Okay. So I think we close our session here. We are already 4 minutes late. And next week, we are coming up with a topic on anger because it was most asked topic in our feedback forms, and many places we have seen this topic. People have asked on this topic. So see you next week at 11:15. Thank you. Om Shanti. And if there are any announcements, I request Lavneet sister to make announcements.